Let's go to, there we go. That should work. Alrighty. Is that working? Let's see here. Okay, so let me move this other machine out of the way. Let's see. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get this other machine going here. We already know what this is. Did the problem start suddenly, or has it just become a problem, or what?
Well, I just upgraded the graphics card
Oh.
and the motherboard,
Yeah.
but I ran everything fine, and then I turned it off to put the sides back on the case, and then it just stopped working.
Ah, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. There, all right. Let's plug this in. See what's going on. Using HDMI?
I was using DisplayPort.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's just see how this works. All right. Let's see if it turns on. Okay, so it turns on.
And it has the DRAM light indicator too.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see what's going on. So no display. This is all it does at home?
Yeah, it doesn't have a display, then the key, like all the USB ports on the back, it doesn't work for computer or mouse and keyboard.
Really? Okay. So when you swapped it out, you made sure it was unplugged?
Yeah.
When you put the new video card in?
Mm-hmm.
And this video card. Do you have 4 RAM modules in there? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And 2 different types of memory. Got it.
And I tried doing it one by one. The 2 Corsair ones are
Yeah.
brand new.
Okay, so it has worked reliably with all 4 of those chips in it?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you did that caused it to not work is swap out the video card?
I did the video card and the motherboard.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh. So you just swapped out the motherboard without replacing or reinstalling Windows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that could be part of the problem. But even though, well, that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, we should at least get a display. But when you try to swap out a part as important as a motherboard, it's possible that Windows could break. Sometimes you can just do those swaps, but it's hit and miss.
Okay.
So at this point, we should at least get a display somewhere. Video cards all. Let me see here. Let me get a better look at what's inside. All right, so do we only have 1 screw?
Yeah, and then you just pull forward.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I don't see anything obvious. Was there a technical thing you were trying to fix in swapping the motherboard, or was it an upgrade?
It was upgrade because my other one didn't have a PCIe 4 slot for the graphics card.
Got it. All right. So let's see here. It's interesting that it turns on, but no display. Okay, so let's try this. Let's see if let's see. Put this keyboard over here. I'm going to try to reseat the RAM, and actually it looks like the RAM might not be clipped all the way down.
Okay.
At a glance, I can't tell. Let me check something here. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. Let's see here. If we do this. Okay, so let's at first. Is that unplugged? Yes, it is. See if. Okay, that feels like it's in. Did you say you tried just one memory module?
Yeah, I tried them one at a time, and then I did one in the A2 spot, and then I tried one in A2 and AB.
Right, and they didn't. None of them gave you a display.
Yeah, they didn't give me a display, and the DRAM indicator was still on. And then I tried just doing it without any RAM, and it was still on too.
Got it. So the only thing that got swapped was the motherboard. Everything else is original to the last.
I swapped the motherboard, the graphics card, and then today I just put in the 2 Corsair RAM sticks.
Have you seen this motherboard perform any video? Because you said you swapped out the CPU if it was installed incorrectly.
I didn't swap, or I didn't see a display with this one, but with my other one before, it was working fine.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that there's a possibility that maybe the CPU might not have been installed properly.
Yeah, it might not be.
All right, that's where I'm getting at, because that might be where I need to remove the CPU fan, lift it up, see if it's physically obviously not installed. I've had that happen.
Okay.
And Windows is sitting on that M2 underneath that heatsink, where it says WD Black. Got it. Yes.
Or actually, I think Windows might be on the hard drive. I just have
all right
and stuff on the black drive.
Got it. Okay, so you haven't actually seen this motherboard fire up with that CPU installed as it is, right?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, let me see if I can do that with you here. So I can at least, because you get the stock the stock heatsink. Let me see what you have underneath. Let me see here. Let's. All right, let's see. You know what we should do? Before I do that, do I want to? Let me think. Let me plug it in. Let me try one thing here. Display. Did you try to turn? Oh, actually, which CPU on there? Is there a chance? Does it have onboard graphics support? The video card? I'm sorry, the CPU have onboard graphics support?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
Ryzen 5 3600.
I don't know. I forgot off the top of my head if that has support. Because even if I pull out the motherboard, let me see something here. Let's see. Let's see here. Before I pull the CPU, let me see. Did you say this video card was not used on the other motherboard, right?
Right.
Got it. Let me just, before I pull the CPU out, swap out the video card and see if that does anything.
Okay.
Alright, let's see here. Alright. Okay, so let's try this video card. Oh, that feels interesting. Hey. I can't get that out. I hate these stupid, these giant video cards. Don't want to give me room to get my man hands in there. I'm having trouble getting the video card out. Doesn't look like anything's broken. It just doesn't want to let go of that stupid.
Yeah, when I take it out, I have to keep the tab pushed down like the whole time.
You mean when, yeah, so it takes two hands to remove it? It shouldn't be that bad. Ah, man. This is ridiculous. Let me try. I've never seen it. Ah, there we go. There we go. What a headache. So we're going to try one of my cards. Known goods, so we can diagnose the video card is not part of the problem. Okay, so now I'm going to plug that in. Now I'm going to plug in power. And now let's turn it on and see if it gives us anything. No display. So at this point, now I'm leaning on the CPU.
Okay.
I'm actually going to leave my video card in there until we confirm we get something, because if I pull the CPU out, put it back in, and then realize that the CPU still isn't our problem, then we know at least our video card's not the problem.
Okay.
since we know we have history with that in older hardware. So that's unplugged, good, we're safe. Oh man, all right. Oh, okay. The CPU came straight off. That's interesting. Okay, so you see how that CPU just stuck to the that's not good. All right, so let's raise this lever here. Now, what I'm hoping is that it didn't get put in backwards, because it's not. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, so Ryzen. You say it's a Ryzen 5?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a lot of gunk on there too. Here, can you do me a favor and pull me one of these paper towels off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot of heck. Here, can you take your video card too so I can put this down here? Thanks. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I want to make it doesn't look like you made the mistake of getting any of this on the pins either, but you did use more than needed.
Okay.
So I know it's, if you've never done this before, it's easy to overdo it, but you actually don't need a lot, because what you're not trying to do is create a boundary between the CPU and the heatsink. You're filling in the imperfections of the flatness of the CPU. You actually do want it to be as close to the heatsink as possible, and if you have too much of this, you're technically pushing it away. Okay, so now I want to make the mistake of, I don't want to make the mistake of getting this stuff on the pins, because you got so much of it. Okay, oh man. Can you reach me, give me another piece of paper towel? Yeah, because now I got a point where it's almost hard to get, I can't even get, it's hard to wipe this stuff off the pins without damaging the pins. That's a lot of gunk. Is this how much was on the other machine? Or,
No.
yeah. Shoot. Got so much stuff here. Well, that's the other thing. Which Ryzen 5 is this?
The 3600X.
And is that specifically supported on this motherboard?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so before a BIOS update?
Yeah, it said it was compatible, like out the box.
Right, got it. Okay, yeah, my current problem is that this is a mess. I have a spare Ryzen 5 laying around, but that's only for testing purposes. It's probably not even as fast as this one. Shoot. Because I don't want to put this back in. I did not. This is a lot of stuff. It didn't look like you bent any pins. Oh, actually, man, that's a lot of stuff. Because at this point, now we got a second problem. We got to figure out how to get all this gunk off of here. Man, that's a lot of stuff. Is this a CPU you've always used with the old motherboard?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to. Let's try my CPU. See, I have a spare Ryzen laying around specifically for these jobs. So right now, I can't confidently put that thing back in there without cleaning that up, and that's going to be kind of a project if we're going to clean it up without damaging the pins. I mean, ultimately, we might be dealing with a damaged CPU to begin with, but with those pins being covered up. Oh, this is this. I don't know. Is this the same pin out? Let's see. I know the CPU is good. Okay, so let's see. Okay, good. My CPU is the right pin out. Okay, I don't even. Let's just see if we can get a display going. That doesn't want to give us anything, huh? Oh wait, I didn't feel like it was in all the way. Hold on. Let's try this. I don't have any pins. Let me try that one again. Nothing bent here. It doesn't feel like it wants to go in. Oh, there we go. Let's try that. That didn't quite want to fit. So now we're going to plug it in. So now let's see. Oh, good. Now we got some. Still no display. No display. Okay, well, I didn't put that. Good. All right. So we still don't have a display with my CPU. Let me do this. I can't leave it on any longer without putting the heatsink on properly. Let me pull this off. Now I'm going to open up the other side because the back plate came off. Yep, it's flopping around. It's not tied down. Alrighty. Here, let's, that's what we needed. Okay, so let's see if we can do this here. Can you do me the favor of holding this in place while I screw the heatsink back on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hold that there. What did I do with the Phillips head screwdriver? It's on the floor. Got it. So this is with my personal CPU. see if we can get a result. Oh man. That'll help out a lot. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Does it feel like it's grabbing? No, it doesn't. Are you pushing towards? Yeah, good. Down there. I don't think it's actually grabbing here. Let me loosen up on the top part a little bit. Ah, there we go. No, I think it's actually grabbing. Good. Yeah, so the problem is I can't confidently put that heatsink in, that CPU back in without some of that gunk being removed. Your thermal paste is way overdone. It's not grabbing. Damn. Oh, is it grabbing now? There we go. Now it grabbed. So now we're going to plug this in. Thank you. That was a huge help. Okay. Cool. All right. So now let's see if we get a display. Okay, that's in. And then let's do my video card. So we got my video card and my CPU. Everything else of yours. Let's turn it on. So we're expecting a display. All right. So we got a display with my CPU.
So it's CPU.
Yeah. So, I don't know how you want to proceed, but I'm pretty confident that's your problem.
Yeah. Did you want to try it with my video card just to make sure it's
Sure, yeah, sure. Let's make sure your video card is also not part of our issue. So I'm going to unplug that. Now, I can give you one of these plastic things if you want. Okay. And that way you can, in the process, maybe do an upgrade while you're at it. Okay. So let's... Hand me one more piece of paper towel so I don't make a mess of your video card. All right. That's why I have extra CPUs. So we're going to further diagnose everything to confirm your video card is not part of the issue. We're going to unplug my video card. Unplugged, good. Good, good, good. Now I'm ready for yours. And you just, oh, what is that? Oh, you had a loose screw in there.
I think that was from my case when I screwed it in.
Okay. Well, I'm just, because also loose screws like that are devils in the details. You don't want to short anything out. Yeah. So this video card only has one power cable out. Good. So now we're going to put, we've also diagnosed that this video card slot, the PCIe, is also functional. Good. So before we screw anything down, we'll plug that in. And then let's plug in PCIe. Good. Heck, heck, heck. Oh, I'm going backwards. Hello. Can't go in that way. Good. This is why I like doing it with you guys watching. So you get to see what goes on. Okay, this PCIe is all plugged in. Now we're going to plug the power back in. Alrighty, so now we're going to turn it on. Okay, auxiliary power for the video card's plugged in. Still no display, interesting. Ah, we got display. So now it's continued confirmation that your CPU is the one part that is causing our grief.
The one thing I didn't upgrade.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you're confident it was working in the old system?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking there's a chance that this might just need a BIOS upgrade.
Okay.
Because sometimes these motherboards will ship for basically whatever's available in the market, but they won't necessarily support a particular chip without a BIOS upgrade.
Okay.
Hey, Brian McDonald. Hi, how are you? I don't know if his CPU supports onboard graphics. I'm live on YouTube, by the way. That's what I do. So you'll be able to refer to this.
Okay.
And that's the gimmick. Everyone gets to see what's up. And everyone gets to help us out if I can't figure it out. I don't know if, Brian, it's a Ryzen 5 what?
3600X.
3600X. Can you see if that has onboard graphics? I don't think that's the problem though, Brian, because I got graphics with my personal CPU and both his and my graphics processor. So anyway, there we are. So we're gonna, I don't know if you want to try putting that back on, but you can see the gunk.
Yeah.
That's going to be some time. I mean, if you really didn't want to upgrade that, you could sit down and spend some time trying to clean it up.
Nice Q-tip and some
Yeah.
profile.
Yeah. So that's where you're at. You either need to replace that chip or see if, I don't think you made the mistake of getting those pins either bent or clobbered up in the gunk. You just used more gunk than you should have.
Okay.
So if you really want to try to salvage it, you can go ahead and sit there for an hour and clean it up a bit. So the thing is, if I try to do it rushed, I'm going to likely bend one of those pins or more.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to bill you for an hour of just cleaning something up and the chip still might be bad.
Right.
So why don't you do that? You were skilled enough to put it together. If you want, you can come back if you still need help, but I'm thinking we've diagnosed the CPU as part of our issue, or the issue.
Okay.
We've got display, and that's pretty much it. Oh, that's right. So it didn't boot to Windows. That's interesting. You think your copy of Windows is on your mechanical drive?
Yeah.
All right. Well, at this point, I wouldn't necessarily complain too much if it doesn't boot, because it's quite possible the motherboard swap was going to require a reboot anyway of Windows.
Okay.
So that's where you're standing.
Okay.
So there we go. Okay. So let me give you your. Yeah. So how do you want to transport this? Do you want to transport it without a CPU in there, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'll do it without the CPU.
Okay. So I'm going to hand you. Since I got to get my CPU out of there, I'm going to hand you the cooling for the CPU. Do you know if all four of those memory modules are running at the same speed? Well, I know they are, but which are they? The same? Are they marketed as the same speed? Because they're going to download or down. You're going to slow down the faster memory. Or is two of those chips slower than the other?
I'd have to double check.
Yeah, right. Just so you know.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, there's so much backward compatibility that you're likely going to work fine. You're just going to run slower.
Okay.
So what I'm guessing, those smaller RAM modules are slower. But that's actually just a guess. It's not even an educated guess. The ones that light up or look a little more modern. But obviously that's not part of the problem,
Yeah.
because we got a display. Yep, the panel fell again. So there we are. So this, Here, you want to just wipe this stuff off so you don't get it on your pants? There we go. Oh, what did I do with that piece of oh, there's one. There's one right there. This is mine, right? Yeah. Yeah, see, even mine is left over from yours. It's covered up in gunk. So what I'll do is I'll take my time without you here, putting that back properly. And then this is your mess that you can decide whether or not you want to clean up. Let me see, I had a bunch of those. Ah, here we are. There. Again, that's exactly why I have these. No onboard graphics, so even without a graphics card, even if everything was perfect, thank you, Brian. So my friend Brian, he's been watching me do this for like 2 years.
Oh, sweet.
He just Googled it. Your CPU doesn't have onboard graphics support.
Okay.
Meaning even though you can physically plug in HDMI, it's not going to light up unless you have an external card.
Okay.
So there we are. Let's see here.
I'm probably just going to upgrade if you don't want to worry too much
All right.
about messing it up.
Well, there you go. You can at least store it properly. That is yours.
Thank you.
All right. That's it. Okay, so let me at least... I don't have a cover for the CPU, so just be careful not to get any dirt in there.
Okay.
All righty. Oh, man. That's annoying. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's the other thing. What I noticed is that, I don't know if you noticed, your video card kind of bends down because of gravity.
Okay.
You can get yourself a little kickstand that goes from here to here and supports it like that. You see how it's not straight, it's off by a couple degrees? So you can get like a $10 kickstand,
Okay.
and it'll support the weight so you're not stressing out either the card or the motherboard.
Okay. I think it might have come with one. I just didn't know what it
Oh,
was
all right,
for.
that's what that's for.
Yeah.
So it uses this flat space right here to literally just be a kickstand.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Because otherwise you could potentially stress out the video card.
Gotcha.
And the motherboard PCI slot could potentially be stressed out.
Okay.
Alrighty. So your video card, oh, that's the other thing. That back panel. Where is it? Yeah, here. This too. Yeah, that's not going to stay in place. So there's that. And there you go. And then if you do, yeah, just make sure if you're going to upgrade, make sure the motherboard supports it. Because what could happen is that you might need to you might need to do the BIOS upgrade to take the latest CPU that this motherboard could potentially take. That's why you constantly have updates to do. So let's just let's do an upgrade. And if you still need a BIOS upgrade, bring it back. And unfortunately, we'll have to use my chip to upgrade it. But you might not need to do that.
Okay.
So otherwise, it could take a half hour or more just to do a BIOS upgrade.
Okay.
So there we are. Alrighty. So did I hand you? There we go. Can you hand me that? Got it. Let's see here. We got some cables. Do 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 do. Do do. Yeah, just pay attention next time when you install. I would probably recommend reinstalling Windows anyway.
Okay.
Because swapping out the video card, I'm sorry, swapping out the motherboard basically if you want a more reliable experience, I would go ahead and reinstall Windows.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, you might not need to, but I would. All right. Where are we? I can't get this stupid. Oh, there we go. It doesn't slide in, it clips in. And did you only have the 2 screws?
Yeah, just those 2, and then there's one for the front panel.
From, you mean the other side?
Yeah.
You had 2 screws. I only have.
2 screws on the back and one for the front.
Right, and I'm pretty confident I didn't misplace a screw, and I only see this one in my hand. That's why. Let me see here. So if I do this one here, it's not on the floor. I didn't hand it to you, did I?
No.
Oh, is it in the case? Because oh, that's right. Yeah, this one has the 1. Where is? Where'd it go? Let me put this down again. Ow. There.
That one you just line up the bottom and it pushes it.
All right. It's almost like it's not square. It's annoying because it's not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we're still missing that screw. Where did it go? Oh, where? Here, I got an exact replacement in that drawer. You see that collection of tiny drawers?
Yeah.
The upper right corner. Yeah. That's an exact. There we go. I have no idea. I didn't hand it to you, huh?
No.
That's weird. All right, there we go. All right. Let me just see if I dropped it. No, I don't see it. That's annoying. Anyway, there we are. So there's this. Hold on, what's Brian saying? The version of Windows on the M2 drive probably has different chipset drivers too. Yeah. Fresh installed Windows is recommended. Make sure you have a backup of all your data before reinstalling Windows. Thank you, Brian. You make me look good. Alrighty. So that's pretty much it. So how long? Oh, 43 minutes. Good. Let's just do a half hour. That's $60.
Perfect.
Cool.
Do you have Venmo?
Yeah, Venmo's fine.
Or do you have Zelle?
Yeah, Zelle's fine. 310.
Better.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up, Brian. Hey, what do you think of my interview I did yesterday? Did you see that video? That's the first time I interviewed anyone. It's going to ask for my last 4, right?
For
Cell phone number? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
I think it'll do the whole thing. Unless you have like a QR code.
Oh, yeah, actually I do. The QR code is right here. Oh, that's Venmo. We're doing Zelle, right?
Yeah.
Is it asking for a phone number?
Mm-hmm.
310 948 5429.
Right, and it's under Christopher?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you need help moving anything? Did you want to take the computer separate from that so you don't drop it? Sounds like I got it. Thank you very much.
Perfect, thank you.
So, I'm sorry, did you say yes or no?
Yeah, I'll take them separately.
Yeah, okay, cool.
This is kind of heavy.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be smart to do both. Yeah. And you didn't bring me a power cable, right?
No, I didn't bring any.
Good.
cables.
Just making sure. So, we're good.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So anyway, how is your day, Brian? Yes, actually, that didn't turn out so bad. I'm still working my new set. And that's pretty much it. He was my second walk-in today. My other one is to reinstall Windows on this new machine. I got a new Acer. I'm going to reinstall Windows. But otherwise, thanks for showing up. You're the only reason I'm still on the air. You want to say anything before I take off? My name is Chris. If you've never been here before and you stumbled across this video, I'm a local IT guy from Los Angeles. I film the work whenever it makes sense. If I'm not here, I'm getting paid performing house calls. My phone number is 855-434-8787. All right, you were in New York, huh? Cool, Brian. I've never been to New York. You're good?
All good.
Thanks.
Thank
Have a
I
great
appreciate
day.
it. You too.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've never been to New York, Brian. Yeah, I'm here in Los Angeles. I've not really, haven't really thought about visiting another giant city. But anyway, if you've never been here before, I'm just a guy that films the work when it makes sense, and that's pretty much it. Show up if you want to keep track of me and watch me do the work. Go ahead. South Bay Tech Cruise. See you later, Brian. You picked up a new alternator for the van? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were having car troubles too. I know the feeling. Sweet. Awesome. Cool. Anyway, Brian, I'm going to take off. I got to get going on this Acer machine here. I got to get the drivers to install the SSD. I can't take it out of RAID mode. The BIOS isn't allowing me to take it out of RAID mode, so I have to get the secondary drivers. It's an Acer, what is this thing? It's a Swift 3. Let's see here. Let's do this while I'm still on the air. Yeah, you're off? All right, thanks. Have a great day, Brian. I may or may not be live tomorrow. I don't have a whole lot going on. I do have a TV to hang tomorrow. That's in the morning, so I'll be here after lunch. So if you want to say hi, I'll be here at about 1 p.m. Los Angeles time. That's pretty much it.